Excuse me. I'm calling the cops on you.
Why?
You stole my heart.
Sweet.
I don't really want to ask your name because I'd rather call you mine, but I just want you to know, like,
You're really sweet.
for real?
Yeah,
How your day going? Good?
it's okay. How's your day?
Better than ever, man, you know? You met my future wife, so you know everything
so
going
sweet.
good.
I love your teeth.
Thank
They're
you.
very nice.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling like a whole new man.
Really?
Like, wow. Yeah.
Was it everything that you thought it would be?
It was more like, soon when it slipped in, I was like, whoa, whoa. I was like,
You
soon
did
as
so
I
good.
went in, it was like, it's a whole new world. Like, I was like, damn, this is what I've been missing out on for 23 years?
Ari, how was baby alien in the bedroom?
It was good. He has it in him.
He does?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Everything was so good.
What would you rate baby alien today on a scale of 1 to 10? Losing his...
It has to be a 10.
A 10.
He lost his... You killed it. Every position.
No male figure nowhere. No, that is not all that. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I can't relate.
Nigga, what?
Today we're going to be reacting to a woman is going to be explaining why a stepdad is very important in a relationship and why they should be above your kid and why her stepfather is above all of her kids. Then we're going to react to a woman who says that most Black women are just mad that they're not on the same social status as other ethnic groups of women. And then we have a Latino woman who's going to be breaking down why Black men treat Latino women differently than they do Black women. And trust me, this is not going to go in the favor of the man. You want to watch this because I'm going to be giving great commentary to it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button. Let's get it.
Y'all see, I got on my house sweater. It's always cold in this house, y'all. I cannot make this up. Okay, it's always cold in here. Anyway, I got to say something, and this gonna piss a lot of Black women off, but I got to get it up off my chest on today. Okay. Stop. Let me tell you what Black women say that I hate. Don't no man come before my kids. Don't no man come before my kids. Don't no man come before my kids. And that is why you are sitting in a fucking house with you and your kids and no man. That is why. Because of that mentality. Like, baby, don't no kid come before my husband. See, this is what you got to know. Matt is running this, okay? That's what you have to know about my man. I got a real man, like that pay bills, pay rent, take care of his kids, a hard worker, a real father. Ain't no kid coming before my man. Every kid in this gonna grow up and leave and be with their spouse. I gotta be here with Matt.
And she makes a lot of sense. When it's all said and done, her children are going to have to grow up and be with someone else. Why can't she be with someone else while she's in the relationship? So she's expressing the importance of why the man is more important than the children, because at some point the children are going to have to go off on their own and be with their own spouses, and she doesn't want to be left alone.
And every last one of my kids are gonna grow up and go and be with their spouse and raise their own family and be their own people. I have to be here with Matt. That's who's gonna grow old with me and love me through it all. Matt. And although I'm saying that Matt comes before my kids ain't lacking no love, baby. My kids love the out of me. Do you hear me?
In other words, she's saying that just because she has a man in her life doesn't mean that she's neglecting her child. Doesn't mean she's not loving her child. And I think a lot of women out there get that confused, that if you don't smother your children, you act as if you're not loving your children. But what you're not understanding is the more you're loving your children to where they can't see reality, the more you're only making it worse for them whenever they turn into an adult.
Ain't nobody in this black in love nowhere. And when I say that, I'm not talking about how people say like, oh, whose plate do you make first? And all that petty shit. All that petty shit. I'm talking about real grown shit here. My husband is first. My husband is the provider, protector. See, I got a real husband. So sometimes I be feeling like some bitches can't relate because y'all dealing with like little boys. Baby, Matt is the king in this. My kids put Matt first. And this is not something that they're taught to do. See, when you live in a real house with a real family dynamic, shit just automatically happen. You'll be surprised how my kids put him first. Do you hear me?
And that's exactly what happens. Children can seek leadership. They can see who a man is, and they're willing to follow in order to listen, because children actually want the structure. Why do they want the structure? Because when they go to school, they see other kids who have both of their parents, and that's when children want to fit in. But too many women are like, hey, I don't want you to come into my life and be priority over my kids. I don't want you to help me with my kids. All I want you to do is just be there for mommy, because mommy needs somebody to date. But what we're going to do is we just going to let the kids run around and do what they want to do and mess their lives up, because I'm just going to love them. I'm not going to train them to be anything. I just don't want my child to feel like they don't love me, so I'm not going to put a man above them.
Like, he is a real father. My children even put him first, just naturally, because he's a real leader. He's a real there is a chain of command in my house, okay? And Matt is at the top of that list, okay? Somewhere down the line, like, a lot of black women was taught, like, y'all don't need no man. And that's why y'all just got a bunch of kids and just a house with a bunch of kids. No male figure nowhere. No, that is not all that. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I can't relate. I can't motherfucking relate, because, baby, I needs mine. This is why so many black men feel underappreciated. This why. Not mine, baby. I keep them up on a pedestal. I tell them all day, every day, babe, I appreciate you. Babe, I love you so much. Thank you for being the father you are. Thank you for being the man you are. Thank you for loving me with my crazy ass. Thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for everything you do for this family.
And she's absolutely right, because you have a lot of guys out there, they don't have to walk into your life and help you take care of your kids and help you establish a lifestyle. That if a man does walk in your life to help, he needs to be appreciative. And that's something that black women don't want to do. They want to be the ones who's the head honcho. You're the leader, you're the survivor, you're everything. Where society has made their mistakes with black women is that they start to reward black women for making their mistakes. So a black woman would run out and make herself a single mother just to prove to people that she could do it without a man, but she wants a reward for being a single mother, when it's like, well, you cost this on to yourself just so you can get an award for being a single mother. That's where black women have messed up at, is that you want the trophy of not needing a man, that you're willing to put yourself in a position to where you're suffering from depression and you're struggling. So then when you do make it, you're like, hey, everybody clap for me. I'm raising all of these kids by myself. And it's like, idiot. Why would you put yourself in that position?
I can't be with you no more, Didi.
Why you can't be with me no more?
Because you really got another man name tatted on.
Don't worry about that.
Another man tatted.
If you was doing your job, you wouldn't worry about this man on my arm.
Why would you listen? Come on, man. Seriously, you should have told me that shit, man. For real, man.
Blah, blah. I ain't got time to hear none of that you talking
I
about.
cannot be with you no more. Get your shit and leave my house. Seriously, dude.
Oh, so you want to put me out now?
Yes, you got a whole nother man name tatted on you. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Do your job. You wouldn't worry about this.
Well, I'm saying, why wouldn't you let me know that, though?
Because he was doing something you wouldn't.
Wow. Get your shit and get out. Get your shit and get out.
Don't be mad.
Get your shit and get out. Seriously, get your shit and get out. Bye.
Of issues and many of the frustrations that black women in America have is that they are not in the same social status as white women. That's really comes down to it, that they don't have the myth of white womanhood. They don't have the upper middle class lifestyle that they aspire to. That is at the core frustration. Whether or not they admit it, the core frustration is that again, black men have not been able to build a system or build something in America that puts them on the same level socioeconomically as white women. That's just really what the frustration goes down to. And this is why you also have the conversations about where all the good black men, like when they're in jail or they're snow bunnies and all that kind of different stuff. And then all the high earning black men or with Becky, again, it's because they're mad that they don't have that socioeconomic position and high numbers. That is the core frustration. And we're seeing this. And again, we're seeing these ideas being birthed out of universities, being birthed out of college.
Which is why a lot of black men don't understand feminism. They don't understand how you can get behind a Caucasian woman and help support how she feels, help support her being independent, then you take on her ideologies. And then when it's all said and done, those same feminist women that you're helping that are a different culture of you, they end up going to go get married. Feminist white women end up married, but feminist black women just end up with more kids by random dudes so she could get a trophy for being a single mother. Most black women are living for the urge to be a single mother to take care of them. That's it. They're putting themselves in a position to get the reward. That's why they're not economically on the same social status as a white woman. It's because you're trying too hard to help her and be like her and be her competitor at the same time. But where you lack at, she's eventually going to go to a white guy and get married. You're going to be by yourself.
Women, and I'm speaking African American, feel forced to date Hispanic men or even white men because black men treat them so poorly.
I was literally about to say.
Let's talk about the stereotypes, right? Okay. As a Latina, I get aggressive with you. I start cursing you out in Spanish. I'm yelling. I'm making a show. Oh, that's sexy. But let a black woman do it. Crazy because I could look the same as her. She could have my complexion. All of that. But just because I speak Spanish, it's sexy. Because a lot of black.
Right. I understand what she's saying, but I don't see too many black men that are treating black women bad. Like, I don't see none of that. The biggest problem in the black community is just the combativeness between black men and black women. It's just that black men don't know how to mesh with a black woman. And I tell a lot of guys, if you stop and look at your life, the mother raises black daughters to be masculine and they raise the black sons to be soft. If you stop and look at the average black man with a sister, even when they're young, around 10, 11 years old, the black woman is always more dominant than him. And that's the problem that men have. When it comes to Latino women, yes, you may be able to curse, you may be able to act wild, but one thing is you fall back into your feminine state of mind. Black women never fall back into their feminine state of mind. That's what the Latino woman is not understanding. And a lot of Latino women that hang around nothing but black women, they think like her. But if you go around Latino women who don't hang around black women at all, then they don't say the same thing as this girl's going to say because they're reacting to life differently. The culture is different. Thank you for watching Anthony Spade Reactions. If you want more reaction videos, make sure you click on the links below in the description and watch my other videos, but also check me out on my second channel, Life with Anthony Spade, so you can watch more daily vlogs of my personal life. Hasta la vista.